What's up, gamers? I'm Patrick with Archives Media, and this is Archives Podcast, episode 22. This is the return of the Archives Podcast, boys. We're back. We're better than ever. This week, we're going to be talking about some Among Us Fortnite drama, the new Call of Duty trailer, and obviously, Am I the Asshole later. We all know you love it.
Of course. It's your main man, Mizzix, coming at you with another one.
And your boy, Wenzel.
Ooh.
So the first thing I want to get some thoughts on is the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is Steam's retaliation to the Nintendo Switch. But it's got some drawbacks to it. They're claiming it has the same refresh rate as a standard PC monitor.
Sure.
Oh, it's a handheld.
And, yeah, it's a handheld. How hot do you think that little thing is going to get, and how long do you think it's going to last? Say, you're playing GTA 5.
I mean, batteries nowadays are pretty good. I feel like you'd get at least, I don't know, probably 10 hours, maybe?
10 hours?
Think so?
12?
On
How do you,
GTA 5?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
You're running
I
a
would
tiny
say-
PC.
I would
It's
say
a
like
it's a.
two.
I'm gonna say 6. Nice round number
Okay.
without charging it.
Because what they advertise is you're sitting at home playing GTA, and you're like, oh man, I gotta go get on an airplane. And you just take it out of its little dock, and you go to the airport with it, and you can sit there and play GTA or Skyrim, whatever you want to play, forever.
So does it have like a cellular service attached to it? Because I thought it didn't.
They have not said anything about it yet, so it might be
Wi-Fi or what?
Wi-Fi locked. I would be surprised if they didn't have some kind of like, oh, you can connect your AT&T to it.
Oh, okay.
Or-
Because it would be dope if it had like a cellular service, like you throw a SIM card in there and you can just keep on gaming, you know?
Yeah, that
They
would be
might-
sick.
They might be banking on that you just use your phone's hotspot.
Dude, I'm trying to literally do a bank robbery and then do a bank robbery in GTA in the getaway car.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
For the
Good.
record, I'm not actually planning any bank robberies for legal reasons.
For legalities. But I don't think it's going to be that good.
What?
One of our cohorts, Magic Man, has already pre-ordered one. He'll be getting his summer of next year.
Who is?
And Magic Man,
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're going to be that good. Because
Yeah.
I think that screen is going to get hot.
Well, it's not. I don't think you're supposed to use it as a touchscreen.
Well, it's not a touchscreen. It's the screen has no touchscreen capabilities to it. You have the two
Screen's
little
hot.
because a hot screen
You're
isn't
holding
good.
the device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the screen.
Well, the whole thing is probably going to get hot.
I mean, I'm sure the whole thing gets hot, but like your hands are already holding it. You know, like they're gonna get hot no matter what.
I'm not thinking about like user discomfort here. I'm thinking about the hardware. Because like what happens when a battery gets hot? It expands.
You think it's like this battery's gonna expand so much it's gonna like cause some sort of damage, or are you just saying?
I think it's a possibility.
over time it's just gonna.
Yeah,
wear out?
when batteries get hot, they explode. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, like Valve is gonna go through like the proper quality control measures to make sure that like
Sure.
it's not gonna catch on fire on you or whatever, you know.
There was literally like a whole line of cell phones that
Yeah,
just
the
like
Galaxy. I think it's
That
the Galaxy
worked.
3 or whatever. or
literally turning
tablet.
into fucking hand grenades.
And that's why we remember them because you know normally that doesn't happen.
Okay, I guess you're right.
The other issue it has is the base model, which is $400, 64 gigs.
What's
It
the
can't
difference?
Go ahead.
What's the difference between that and the good model? Is it just has more memory, bigger hard drive? What's the deal?
Correct. So the top dog comes in at $649, where you get 512 gigs. So GTA alone will take up a fifth of that.
Yeah, dude, some of these games are getting ridiculous, but that's a whole nother conversation, you know.
And I'm saying for $649, you slap on an extra 2, you have a PC. Sure, you don't get the mobility, but
So I actually want to talk about that.
PCs or mobility?
So do you guys play mobile games?
I was playing them for a while, but not really anymore.
Not as much as I used to.
Okay, so this has always been my thing about mobile games. I play some iMessage games. I play pool and darts and stuff like that with some of my friends.
Mhm.
Or I play a couple. Like I play Clash of Clans sometimes. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I played that.
But mostly I'm not a very big mobile gamer. Because if I'm gonna play video games, I'm going to play video games. I have a PC for that. You know what I mean? Like my phone, mostly I'm using it for like watching YouTube, scrolling on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Or like sometimes I'll watch some Twitch streams or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gaming, then I'm gaming on my PC. I'm not.
Of course.
I don't really ever have the desire. Like, oh, I'm out. I was, on my flight back from when I was visiting you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was just watching when I watched Trailer Park Boys or something. Like, I don't really need to be like, oh, I really need to be playing Skyrim right now. Like, I don't know. I just got better shit to do. Maybe not better shit to do, but I just have.
Like if I have a free 20 minutes, I'll try and bust out. I've been really into Hearthstone and a little bit of I don't know. I tried to play Teamfight Tactics because I like that better than Hearthstone, but I got banned for some reason. I don't know why.
Hacker man over here.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody stole your account or something?
Maybe. Yeah. I just logged in one day and it was like, you're banned.
That happened to me on Apex. I just logged in one day and I tried to connect and it just said I was banned. And I was like, what? And then I looked through my emails and I had turned out that there was like, oh, suspicious login detected like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
So I tried to send them an email and they were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, all right, guess I'm making a new account then.
So do you think things like the Steam Deck and Switch and whatever PlayStation makes is
the
a threat to is a threat to mobile gaming?
I don't know. It's
I
not.
don't think so.
It doesn't appeal to me.
I'd say maybe a little. But I think the crossover between someone getting a Steam Deck and like someone just playing Clash of Clans, I don't think there's a whole lot of crossover,
And like think about how often do you go out somewhere and you see somebody playing a Switch? Like, I don't know. I feel like
not very
whenever
often.
I go to work.
Okay, well, if you
maybe you see like one
it's
guy.
It's probably the same person every time.
Nintendo Switch
It is.
guy.
But like think about you go to like I don't know, go to the mall or go grocery shopping or something. You don't see people you don't see a kid in the shopping cart playing the Switch. I don't know, it just
because I bought a Switch thinking I would do that, but mostly I just used to play like party games like Mario Kart, Mario Party, Smash Bros, like 4-player games at home, like couch
and like
co-op,
obviously.
whatever.
The
I think
Steam
that's the
Deck
best
is
use for it.
different, but
It really is, I think.
yeah.
I think that's where the Switch shines. Yeah, like I don't think I'd get a Stream Deck or a Steam Deck. My bad.
Like you have a Stream
I
Deck.
do have a Stream Deck, but
I too have a Stream Deck.
I need to get me one of those.
But yeah, because I got my Switch for that, and I've just never used it for that purpose. So
So on the theme of video games, a long-awaited entry, Battlefield 2042.
Oh,
yeah,
Little brief description for those who haven't heard about its existence. I don't know how you wouldn't unless you live under a boulder. 128 players. Divide that by 2. There's your teams.
64.
64.
Yep. You can rock from 1942 equipments and armaments all the way up to whatever armaments we have in 2042. They're keeping the levelution. And now on to the more controversial parts of it.
Oh,
Specialists instead of classes. So you won't have your assault, medic, support, and sniper. What do y'all think about that?
Well, how do you mean specialists instead? I don't
what's
actually
the replacement?
I don't actually know what you mean.
Yeah.
So instead, you're going to have specialists, which are a series of characters who can use a series of weapons.
Oh, so it's like
I think that seems more realistic. I think that's a good. Like it'd be easier to balance stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because if like all the snipers are good, then just everyone will be a sniper, right? But if you're like, oh, my character like he's good with shotguns, this one bolt action sniper in like an M16, right? Because you're like, oh, before I deployed, that's what I trained with, right?
Yep.
I think that could be more realistic depending on how they kind of go with it,
There are also every multiplayer map that has ever been in a Battlefield game will be in 2042.
Ooh.
That's pretty sweet.
So like Wake Island, you can rock
Even
Wake
those?
Island. Even
Operation
those.
Metro. Ooh.
Metro.
Does Wake
Card
Island have
Island?
levelution?
I don't think that one
Okay,
will.
well.
It might. They could be going back, and
So
wouldn't be hard to add levelution to it.
what is the levelution? I don't actually know that term.
So that's like as the game goes on, things will change. So like
so
in
like the
Battlefield 4,
map
like, the building will
unlocks.
tip over. You know.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's what I
big
thought,
stuff
but I
like
wanted to
that.
make sure.
Not just like you blew up some shed and now it's gone.
I mean,
it's
we're gonna
like
have that
big
still.
event things. Yeah. I mean, I'd be disappointed if they get rid of that, but yeah. Like I remember on one map, it was like it's that satellite that actually collapsed in real life,
Yep.
or that antenna. Yeah, that's what it did in the game.
Yeah.
Some dude who worked there was like, "Hey, this kind of looks like the map from Battlefield. I wonder if I can do this." And he walked around and blew up all the wires.
Yep.
But it is. They've been very quiet on what Battlefield 2042 is going to have. Like that, no one knows if it's going to have a campaign. The last thing we saw was a mini movie, is what they called it, of one of the characters' backstories.
Okay.
So it's up in the air. What people are assuming is each specialist is going to have 1 to 3 missions where you get like, okay, this is Bob Ferguson's backstory, this is Margaret Thatcher's backstory, this is Gordon Ramsay's backstory.
Okay.
But that's...
I don't know how I feel about the specialist thing. Like, to me, I always kind of felt like Battlefield was... I really like the class system. And I really like... Compared to Call of Duty, where it's just always like, oh, I gotta level up, I gotta grind out, I gotta level up to level 42 so I unlock the new shotgun or, whatever the hell. Just like, oh, I've really got to level up my medic class so that I can get a better, I don't know, fucking bandages or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there was always.
I think it really depends because, like, if you come in there like kind of knowing some stuff, I think that would be pretty cool too. You know?
That's true.
Because like
If
when you
kind
deploy, like you obviously get like a skill set or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like you play Call of Duty, you just like some rando, you know? So
Sure.
it'd be pretty cool if you're like, oh, I'm the communications guy, so I get like a helicopter,
UAV drone or helicopter. Yeah, whatever.
My bombs get dropped.
We do know
or whatever.
the scout class specialist dude, the sniper. He is going to have UAV drones off the bat, motion detectors, and I think they said claymores and 3 or 4 sniper rifles. So you start with a small set of stuff, and then you have to work to unlock. What I would like to see is for you to have to use 2 different specialists to unlock some of the later game stuff.
So is it like once you pick one, you're kind of stuck with that guy?
Nope, you can swap out mid game.
Hold on. I don't know. I thought it was kind of like an RPG where they're like, "Oh, I'm the tank," so like
that would be cool.
or you're like, "Oh, I'm the medic," so I like do medic stuff.
That would be cool if it's like per match based. Like you load into the map, you have to pick one, and that's your guy for the rest of the go. But I don't think that would go over too well with a lot of people. Because otherwise you'll get
like if you could prestige or whatever, you know. But
yeah. But I'm not sure. We don't know a lot about it yet, which is weird because it's
cool concept, but
it's supposed to come out in October,
yeah,
like October 22nd, 23rd.
Oh man.
But we don't really get to know yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one is something we've all played.
Okay.
We played a good chunk of it.
No.
Back for Blood.
Okay.
Oh, I was actually gonna say, if you don't talk about this, I want to talk about this.
Oh yeah. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to do better than Left 4 Dead?
I mean, I don't know if I would say that I played in the prime of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, but I definitely had a lot of fun playing it when I don't even know, I was probably 12, 13 maybe, like, but it was a lot of fun.
We were seeing Young Guns when that first came out.
Yeah, we were babies. But yeah, Back for Blood. We all played. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
I really like. I can't remember because I haven't played Left 4 Dead 1 or 2 in eons. Could you ADS back then?
No.
No. So that's right. It was just shooting from the hip.
So I did a playthrough. Oh,
go ahead.
I did a playthrough of both Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 on my channel earlier this year. Maybe it was like late last year I did it, right? And they were both kind of games where, like, even now I'm like, oh, that was a good fun run through because I never really like played them both all the way to completion.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got like the same gameplay loop where, like, I did it all once and I'm like, okay, well, I played it once. I kind of got the story. But it seems like you can kind of... There's a lot more to customize now. You're not just stuck with the same 4 people, but, there's more to unlock. There's more guns. You got those perk decks or whatever.
Yeah, the cards.
So you can kind of change it up a lot more, but...
Yeah,
it might be like a twice playthrough thing, but what was really fun was that multiplayer. I want to get into more of that. That was really cool.
That was sick.
I would probably play the campaign once, maybe twice. That's a big maybe. But that multiplayer was super fun, and I would love to play that.
I will say, Jordan, when we played that one...
I only played like one match with you guys. So.
Yeah, no, that second campaign where you had sat out and we played with my other friend.
Okay, yeah.
I was playing like almost exclusively with the baseball bat with the spikes in it.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
And I was actually getting, I don't know how, I was getting cards specific to the melee. So I was like unlocking like melee kills heal 2 health, or melee to the head is an instant kill, or this and that. So it was like kind of custom tailoring it to my...
That's pretty cool.
Like, and it was so sick, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I had to have an AA-12 in my back pocket for when things got a little crazy, but it was...
Because I played like when I was playing those, like towards the end there, I was like, I really don't want to play this anymore. It's just gonna be the same, running around killing all these easy things to kill. I'm just gonna finish it to get to because I was invested in the story at that point, but.
Yeah, or you're like, oh, okay, we did this once. I know there's going to be a whole bunch of... there's a horde of guys, and there's going to be a couple of the big dudes over here. Let's just run right past it. Don't even worry about that.
I was not, like, forcing myself to push through on this one after, like, an hour of playing, So...
Yeah.
How many acts do you think there's going to be? Because it took us about 2 hours to rip through that first act.
It's a good question. Maybe, like... If I had to guess, like 7?
7?
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope, like, at least 5.
Yeah, it's a $60 game.
Yeah.
If I'm not getting
expensive for what it was.
I mean, I'm still probably gonna get it at full price.
I don't know if I will, unless you guys get in.
Yeah, if all my friends get it, then I'll probably get it. But
because I know Garth is getting it, I'm gonna get it, and then
maybe someone got it.
Yeah.
All right, you convinced me, I guess. Me and Jordan are getting it.
Yeah.
Well, wait for one of us to get it, because then we can tell you, hey, there's 3 acts. Don't do it.
This is the demo plus, is what you got.
Yeah. Game is broken. Fallout 76 status.
Yeah.
Yep. To come back in 2 years when they add AI. All right.
God.
So next up, we have Amazon.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos, the big B man, has decided he doesn't have his hands in enough different things.
Okay. Fair enough.
So now, Amazon has entered the world of video game creation. They're taking a pretty hefty chunk, too. Their first project they're coming out with is an MMO.
Okay.
It's called New Worlds. It was teased probably a year ago. We haven't really heard anything about it, but it comes out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think Amazon, with their bazillions of dollars, can fund an MMO that will actually survive? Because we have a lot of things like Black Desert, RuneScape, and WoW who kind of already own the territory.
So where I kind of stand on this one is like competition is always good, right? So I think this is a probably a good thing. But so I mean, I'm sure they can develop a great MMO, but the key is if they're willing to like invest the time to build it up over time. Because World of Warcraft didn't just become World of Warcraft overnight. It took years of them adding stuff for it to really become what it is, So, and then RuneScape, obviously, it was just kind of like it was pretty unique. RuneScape is, so they kind of hit a demographic where you didn't have like a really powerful PC to play it. You could just play it on like any old laptop. So
You can play it on your phone now.
yeah, I mean that's how light the software is to run.
And they are sticking with the tried and true fantasy hack and slash.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends if they're willing to put in the time. Because, I mean, they can throw all the money they want at it, but I think the time is really what's going to be key there.
Yeah, definitely.
They have stated they want to make more games and are just testing the waters with an MMO, which I don't know if is the best thing to test the waters
that seems
with.
a little backwards to me,
They should have come out with, like, I was going to say a shooter, but then my brain immediately jumped to, like, a warehouse simulator.
Well, I was thinking like a party game, like Gang Beasts or...
That would be a good move.
What's the one that was real popular? Fall Guys. Something like Fall Guys, Mario Party, some sort of just quick, easy, fun game that, like, it can be small. It can be like $15. If they're just
Jackbox type beat.
If they're just testing the waters, I mean... You don't test the waters with some huge project,
At Elon Musk.
Like if we made this podcast and we're like, we'll just test the waters. Let's go buy a studio. Let's go buy this and that, and let's all move out to one place like that. We're just kind of trying it out.
That's it. We're all moving to Iowa.
I don't know about Iowa. I'm definitely in on that.
Okay, well,
so
we'll be the
new
Rooster
test the
Teeth
waters somewhere.
Yeah.
But Amazon is taking a big chunk.
Yeah.
What's an even bigger chunk is, how is GTA 5 still surviving?
I had something similar to that, but
because exactly what just happened 3 days ago. A new update comes out, and someone that still plays it has got, I got to get on, and this time instead of a weed farm, it's a
nightclub.
Illegal tickets for concerts or illegal scalped T-shirts.
Dang, I
gotta get on and get my.
The last 3 days we've been over here running our drug businesses.
I gotta get on and get my
illegal cargo.
My T-shirt printing business, and then you guys tell me, and I'm like, okay, I haven't launched this game in a year. Guess I'll get on and try it out. And I'm gonna be too impatient because I have a credit card, and I'm gonna go buy a $20 shark card or something. And then. Boom, they made their money. And they're just going to do that again in a year, and it's just going to keep happening. Yeah.
All right, so
literally how it happens.
No, I still got one more.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm going to cut in real quick. So, GTA, it came out in 2013, right? And
8 years.
The online came out maybe just a couple months afterwards, right? It gave everyone a real good chance to enjoy the single-player story, and they did that same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2. And then it kind of took a few years for their online mode to take off, because before the heist, all you could really do was like rob those cash trucks and like go into Fort Zancudo and like steal tanks and the Hydra, or not the Hydra, what was it? I don't know, the other jet,
I think it was the Hydra.
No, because the Hydra's the one that hovers.
Oh.
So
the F-16.
Yeah, so well, it's an F-15, but and it took a few years because then the heist came out in like late 2015. And then online really became like a massive success because now you had something really cool to do. You go rob all those banks. So do you think Red Dead Redemption 2 is ever going to be able to kind of replicate that? Because it's been out for a few years now, so now we're kind of expecting like
some real content?
Some real content, like a real online game to play now that they've had more time to kind of develop it and craft it in a way that would make sense for an online world of Red Dead Redemption. And they just had an update. I think it was like the Blood Money update or something like that, and it was not very good. Do you think Rockstar is ever going to be able to like, do what they did with GTA Online with Red Dead Redemption 2? Because I personally like that world better than the GTA world, but They just haven't done it, you know?
Didn't they try with like a moonshine business?
So they added a couple businesses. Yeah, they have like a moonshine business, like a bounty hunting business, like a fur trading business. But like they haven't I don't think they have like any equivalent to like heists, you know?
Well, yeah, what would that even just actual heists on like
rob
trains
the
or
bank.
something? Yeah.
So you can already like go in and like, point your gun at the guy at the bank, and I guess he gives you a couple dollars, and then you feel like you're loaded because it's 1912 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no like elaborate setup or nothing like that. So
I would imagine it's they tested the waters with that and waited to see if there was going to be a large player spike. Because like in GTA 5, when heists came out, massive player spike to the point where people were buying the game just to do the heist.
Yeah.
And people were spending thousands of dollars on shark cards to not have to grind out the vehicles you needed to do it, or the CEO tower so you could do it. So I think they tried it. It didn't work, so they went back to GTA 5, and that's why we have Los Santos Tuners DLC update thing.
I think GTA kind of needs to die before they'll give Red Dead Redemption kind of the attention it needs to succeed like GTA has, you know?
I don't know if they're going to let GTA 5 die.
That's what I'm saying is I think they'll probably
until
both
GTA 6 comes
around
out
the same time.
Well, yeah, so when did Red Dead Redemption 2, when did the online come out?
It came out, I want to say October of like 2019, and then maybe the online came out of like January the following year.
Well, that's fine. So they got till 2030. GTA 5's been out for 8 years. You know, they got forever and a half.
Yeah.
I think GTA has a bigger following than Red Dead because you got all the little squeakers out there that want to be
I think it did because I mean, look
gangsters.
how many GTA games they've had to build up like their fan base for GTA.
True, very true.
And there's only been like 3 Red Dead games, and one of them no one even knew about. So.
What? I only know of the first one and the second one. What's the third one?
Red Dead Revolver.
Never heard
Red
of
Dead
it.
Revolver was the first one.
Then
Red Dead Redemption came out.
Yeah, I've only heard of Redemption. Which, there you go.
All right, I hate to interrupt you, but you know, I just had to know. I was thinking about that the other day.
You're good. So my final one, which is even less known about than 2042, is Call of Duty Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen a trailer that
I wouldn't
doesn't
call it that.
We have seen a sneeze on the sidewalk of information. So what we know, it's a World War II. That's about it. But Call of Duty has already made, 3 World War II games already? Is it getting... So, Cold War failed. Cold War was a failure. There's no way around that. Do you think they're trying to scrape together what they have left by making another World War II game that might work?
I mean, there's not that many like war eras you can kind of go into, you know?
No one has gone into like Vietnam, Korea.
Black Ops, Vietnam.
So we've had one. But there's a shit ton of World War II games out there.
You're right. The World War II space is kind of overcrowded when it comes to shooters, but...
Yeah. I think if they went and made a Vietnam era one, it would do way better than doing another World War II one. Because, again, it's the third one they've made that I can remember.
I mean, the first 3 were World War II, but... I mean, I think we're talking in the last 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had... I'm not going to count World at War because it was a remake.
World at War?
Call of Duty World at War?
I don't think that was a remake.
They remade a... wait, I'm thinking of the Zombies. They remastered the Zombies.
They did, yeah.
I don't think they should make another World War II game. I think they need to do something else. Because they've done this...
So you're thinking like Vietnam?
If they made a Vietnam game, I think that would be the best thing they could do.
Okay.
Because they've tried to do in the future. Failed. They tried... They did a big leap on doing the Cold War, which the campaign was okay, but the multiplayer was just awful. Warzone did better.
Dude, Warzone is huge.
Yeah,
That's the
Warzone
best
is
thing they've probably made in the last 10 years.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Well,
maybe last 5
Warzone
years.
Warzone rakes in probably more money than any other title they've made, just because you got the dudes buying the battle passes,
Yeah.
and it's there's the skin packs, the weapon charm packs, a whole 9 yards. They've taken enough money from me just out of weapon packs,
Yeah.
but I don't think Vanguard is going to do good, and they haven't given us any reason why it's going to do good with their.
Did you hear about their lawsuit?
They have a lawsuit going on.
Y'all
I,
ain't hear about this lawsuit?
I know about the Activision Blizzard lawsuit. Is that the one we're talking about?
It might be the one with the sexual assault one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do know about that one.
So I will say this about Call of Duty. Personally, I think that like I don't even, how do I like non-BR shooters are just based. They just feel like they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like nobody gives a shit anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Activision is still going to do it, and they're still going to release it in November, and they're still going to make a whole shit ton of money like they do every year because it's the newest Call of Duty game, and all the all of the Call of Duty stands are going to buy it, and then they're going to realize it sucks, and then they're going to go back to playing Warzone, Apex Legends, whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
And unless this new Call of Duty has some kind of a, something that breaks the formula,
special,
then it's just going to be, it's going to be forgettable just like the rest. I will say this, the last Call of Duty game that I played was Black Ops 2, so I really don't have a whole lot of it.
That was definitely one of the best ones, too.
Yeah.
I don't have much, or maybe it was Call of Duty Ghosts. I played Call of Duty Ghosts and
a little bit of Ghost, but mainly
I didn't really like it.
You really fell off when Ghost came out.
Yeah.
Because Ghost was a massive flop.
Yeah, like the MLG Pro League was like super close from just not even playing Ghost. They were just gonna play Black Ops 2 for 2 years and hope that the next one around would be a lot better.
And there's just so many other games to play now. There's just so many other good multiplayer games. It feels like there's not
too tough.
There's no reason to there's no reason to play Call of Duty anymore. It feels like we're kind of past that era, and they're just gonna keep trying because they can keep getting, they can keep squeezing money out of you.
The only good redeeming quality that I found in Call of Duty Cold War was the zombies. And that's because it was a massive open map that you had different tasks you could go do. And when you were done with it, you went and fought a boss and you moved on to the next map. There's about, I think there's like 5 different maps you can play on now, and just keep randomly cycling through them.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was cool, but the rest of the game, hot trash.
Yeah.
That's all I got, so whoever's next.
All right. So, the Among Us developers, obviously, Among Us was huge like 10 months ago. Everyone was real into it. It was a good time. So Fortnite copied their game mode. They basically just put it into Fortnite. And the Among Us developers are calling them out, kind of being like, hey, you stole our game. Not cool, right? They're basically like, we worked on this game for so long, and you basically just copied it. Which they did basically just copy it, if I'm being honest. So on one hand, I'm kind of like, just because you come out with a new game, and people are allowed to take that and adapt it to make other games better, right? But on the other hand, like if you make a game, like you made a game, and if someone just copies your whole style, then it's, I don't want to call it like copyright infringement, obviously, because they're not really copy and paste the whole work, but like they basically just remade it. So what are you guys' opinions on like games?
I want to get in on this.
And just like kind of like copying their work essentially. It's not it's not an exact copy, but when it's pretty dang close like that, I kind of have mixed feelings about it.
Can I get in here, Wenzel?
Go ahead.
All right. So, Are we gonna sue the Among Us people, or are we gonna get mad at the Among Us people for copying Trouble in Terrorist Town? Like, are we gonna get mad
they're
at?
not talking about like suing them. They're just
No,
saying,
I
like, it's
guess.
not
But are
cool,
we gonna get
you know?
sure? But it's also so. What about Trouble in Terrorist Town? What about Rock Band copying Guitar Hero? Like League of Legends was literally a Dota mod. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just part of. It's just a part of
I think it's
what
just part of the
gaming
process, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of sucks. Like, if you really like revolutionize something and to make it kind of your own and make it something unique, and then someone just like, you know, changes something very minor and then says, "Oh, I've made my own version," right? Kind of sucks to be them, but I mean that's just kind of how it goes, you know.
I think there needs to be something to protect small companies, like the Among Us dev team is one dude. Like Among Us was
people, but
1 to 5 dudes.
Yeah.
Versus,
but like they literally just took like Trouble in Terrorist Town and added tasks to it.
Yeah. Which again,
but they're gonna get mad at Fortnite for doing the same thing they did.
How
does that work?
Fortnite is just another version of PUBG, which is another version of whatever came before PUBG.
Sure, but so like
it's a whole new game mode. It's not like the battle royale. It's like
just because somebody does something, that means I'm not allowed to do it.
No, I think there would have to be someone deserves recognition. So like Among Us should recognize, hey, we got it from these people, and Fortnite should be like, hey, we got the idea from these people. But that's just too much wishful thinking on my part. That people deserve credit. And what sucks is that Fortnite has enough money, is big enough, and has enough lawyers that if Among Us wanted to fight it, Among Us is going to lose because Fortnite can just bleed them dry with a simple court case. And Among Us will lose, and what that one dude worked for is gone. Patrick?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What's your next one?
Well, I mean, that was it because I already did my one, and then you stole my other one. So
You're telling me
I had 3
of my 6th, I had double what you had.
I'm on the technical side, you know.
That's it. I'm suing you.
Oh my god.
You're trying to steal my ideas. I'm suing you.
Well,
ladies. So here's one. I was gonna make an "Am I the asshole" joke.
Oh, I thought you were fart.
I did too.
Speaking of which, of "Am I the asshole"? You guys ready? I got some bangers this week.
He's got some bangers.
All right, hold on. Oh, I already have these open. Why am I reopening?
Man's not prepared.
Oh, I'm prepared.
He's over prepared. So prepared he doesn't even know what he's doing.
All right.
I think
you guys want to hear about?
And he's like, "Oh, you guys aren't prepared." He's all of a sudden he's the prepared guy, you know?
Yeah.
You guys want to hear about a lady freaking out at a guy at the gym? You guys want to hear about a dude, a person, I don't know who, somebody setting up a camera in their bedroom, or somebody kicking their grieving sister out of their house?
Let's go with the
I want to hear about the lady. Yeah, I want to hear about the gym.
All right. Stand by. That's this one. Am I the asshole for snapping at a man at the gym? I, 24 female, am 277 pounds currently. I decided to finally get off my ass and start my weight loss journey today. Today was the first time at the gym. Now my membership may be terminated because I kind of lost it on this man. I went to the gym and I decided to do 1 hour on the bike and then 1 hour on the treadmill. I had already done my 1 hour on the bike and was walking at a pretty slow speed on the treadmill. I had started at too high of a resistance on the bike for my knees. Too high of a resistance on the bike, so my knees were already hurting, so I decided to take it easy on the treadmill. While on the treadmill, I was listening to music and completely zoned out, just waiting for the timer to ring at 1 hour. While I was zoned out and completely dead to the world around me, another gym member came up to me and upped the speed out of nowhere. I was caught off guard by the sudden speed change and fell. I landed on my arm and sprained my wrist. When I got up, I yelled at the guy, "What the actual fuck?" And he looked at me and said I was going too slow. That I wouldn't be able to lose weight if I didn't go faster. I told him that it was none of his fucking business, and that I'm new to working out, and if I jump off the deep end, I'll probably hurt myself, making me unable to continue. I told him he's not my trainer and to stay in his lane. Staff came to calm me down and told me he works there as a trainer and was trying to help, but he's not my trainer. He doesn't get to decide what's best for my workout without knowing me. He could have seriously injured me. But they wouldn't hear it, the staff wouldn't hear it, and said I was overreacting and that my outburst is unacceptable. And now the manager is deciding if I get to keep my membership or not. Am I the asshole?
Hell no.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on.
That's fucked.
Hold on. It's important. How slow was she going? Number one.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
How much did he increase it by? Also,
enough that she fell off.
I would like to point something out. The bike there's no resistance for your knees on the bike. There's absolutely, or not resistance. There's no impact on your knees from the bike. So if her knees were hurting,
I would say there kind of is.
There's no impact.
Sure, but just like using
your muscles might be sore, but your knees
I don't know.
won't.
I don't know.
I need to know how tall this lady is.
Why does that matter?
Because she said she's 230 pounds?
77.
277?
Yeah, what?
So this guy is also a personal trainer, so he does this for a living. So it's not like some asshole who just went no.
Sure, but like,
so he knows what he's doing.
If I'm at the gym, don't fucking come up to me. Don't talk to me. Don't fucking bother me, and especially don't fuck with my shit while I'm like.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what gym this is that you got like assholes running around doing.
Yeah, like by all means, if you want to help me, and you can see I have headphones in and I'm zoned out, tap me on the shoulder. If you're a staff member or someone that thinks like tap me on the shoulder. And when I was, hey, excuse me, I noticed that I'm a trainer here. I was wondering maybe I could give you some pointers or something. But don't just like. How childish is it? Hey, I'm gonna really go fuck with this guy. Watch this. Beep 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 beep. Oh, he fell. Like.
Well, I like to think he cranked it up like 6 points.
That's why I'm wary to think that he went over there and like fucking cranked it. Because if he's a professional, like, he would know,
I mean, I guess so, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just reading it how it's written.
It's also her first time at the gym, so like I'm kind of.
What kind of ratchet gym did she go to?
I mean, it's got to be pretty nice if you got personal trainers just walking around,
True.
Nicer than any gym I've ever been to.
I feel like
my gym is only like $20 a month, not even, and there's trainers walking around.
Okay, well.
My gym does not have trainers. It does have a sauna though, and a pool.
I don't think mine has a sauna.
Hey.
I also live at mine. It's included in my rent.
So, what do we think here? Not the asshole?
I think there's not enough information.
Yeah, not enough information.
Okay.
In the comments, does it say how fast she was going and how much he increased it by?
No.
Okay.
I really hope she was going like 0.5 and he just jumps it up to like
that's
barely crawling.
0.5 and the guy's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Here,
yeah, but you're not gonna fall if
3 miles an hour. Look, this lady said that her knees were hurting from riding a bike.
She could have tripped or like stumbled.
It could have been like It could have been like partially her fault. Like I just tripped and fell.
I still think there's not enough information.
I think given the information that we have, not the asshole.
I'm kind of leaning that. Obviously, she's not the asshole, but I need some more information. That's critical.
Yeah. What's your next one?
Here's another one. Setting up a camera in the bedroom. Not what you think, by the way.
Oh.
I know.
Next.
Am I the asshole for setting up a camera in my bedroom? For a little backstory, I live with one roommate who used to be a friend. Prior to moving in together, we came up with a roommate agreement. Within about a week of moving in, she was no longer sticking to the agreement. Within the first few months, she made comments that suggested she was going into my bedroom when I wasn't home and when I was sleeping. My dog also started acting strange after we moved in. He has always been crated in my room when I'm not home, and after moving in, he became scared to come out of his crate and scared to go into the backyard, and I hadn't changed anything with him, and I was worried about what was going on when I wasn't home. After all this, I set up a camera in my room. It's only active when I'm not home or when I'm sleeping, and it only records when there's motion detected. My bedroom is at the end of a short hallway. At the entrance to the hallway, I have blackout curtains set up to allow me privacy going from my bedroom to my private bathroom. My room and bathroom are the only rooms beyond this curtain, so there's no reason for her to be in this area of the home, and no reason for the camera to be activated by anything other than my pets. Recently, I posted a video it had captured of my dog while he was being cute. My roommate saw it and became enraged that it's recording audio. I explained to her that it doesn't record anything unless motion is detected, and that if she's not going into my room, she has nothing to worry about. She accused me of trying to record her private conversations. I have no interest in her conversations, just maintaining my privacy in my own room, and more importantly, my dog's safety. Am I the asshole for refusing to take the camera down?
No.
No, definitely not.
If I was living with someone and I have lived with someone that has gone into my room before without permission. It was my first roommate.
Is this who I think it is?
It is both of them.
Yep.
To the point where I would carry a quarter so I could lock my door behind me. And I would know if someone went in there because I would leave like a solo cup in the middle of the floor so you would kick it.
Sure.
I should have got a camera. That was a way better idea.
Yeah, those cameras that he's got, I'm pretty sure I know which one he has. They're only like $25.
Yeah, I should have got one like Nest Home or something.
It's I think it's Wise.
Oh. But yeah, if you're just trying to make sure no one's going into your space, I think that's fine. Especially if it's, one, you're keeping an eye on your dog and other pets. I don't know if it said if she had more than one animal. Two,
it was implied that there was plural, but she only ever mentioned the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was a little weird.
or maybe like a dog and like a lizard.
Yeah,
Some reason the dog has to be in a cage. But the roommate has no reason to be going into that side of the house, and unless this roommate is screaming like a fucking banshee, their conversations, I don't think the camera's not going to pick it up.
Well, that when he said that it'll only record when it detects motion, that's when I was like, you're not the asshole, you know?
So like something has to move, the camera turns on, and it just goes.
Exactly. Because I'm pretty sure if it is the Wise camera, you can turn on when you hear audio, right? So it'll only be motion that activates the camera, and then obviously when it's activated, it records the audio also.
Yeah.
So unless the dog moves, and then she happens to be like screaming like a banshee in her conversation. So I would say no.
Because it's far and few between that it's going to pick up a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
And how often is this person home that while homegirl is at work, that the roommate is there worried about their conversation being heard? So I think the roommate is definitely going in there.
Yeah, I definitely am home a pretty significant amount when my roommate's not here. My roommate's not here a significant amount when I'm not here. I'm like, I don't care. I'm in my room, like I'll be screaming, playing Rust or whatever, and he's out in the living room, and he comes in, or I'll walk out, and he's like, "Oh, it's not going so well. I heard you're getting a little loud. You sound a little mad, like, or or whatever."
So one thing I think that's odd, right? How long has he had this camera, and he's never caught his roommate doing it?
I think he put it in after he started noticing stuff seemed sus.
But like, how long has it been going? Like, he's like. Is his first thing like, well, let me go on Reddit and ask, what does Reddit think, Because I'm assuming, like, if he's caught, like, his dog doing something cute, like, it's probably been there, like, at least a week.
It says the first few months she made comments that suggested she was going into my room when he wasn't home or sleeping.
Okay.
And then he started, and then he put the camera in.
Okay.
So, I don't know how long specifically a few months is, but...
Yeah.
3 or 4 or 5, I don't know, something in there.
So, obviously, he's not the asshole for, like, recording his own room, right?
Yeah.
But, I don't think his roommate's going in there either if he hadn't caught him on the camera by now,
Well, what if the camera went up and the roommate was like, "Oh shit, there's a camera in there. I can't go in there anymore."
Well, then why would you be mad that like? Well, no,
Just to start shit.
they would have caught them, right? If you walk in there, now there's motion, you've been caught. But the roommate didn't know about it, or at least blew up and acted like they didn't know about it.
Well, maybe the roommate's not going in there like every day. Maybe it's like, oh, I've gone in here once or twice.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how long has it been in there? It seems like at least a month, right?
I think they're definitely not the asshole, and I just want to know more information.
Yeah, I'm just nosy.
But I don't need.
I
don't need more to make a decision on this.
Yeah, no, they're not the asshole though.
Yeah, definitely.
Next.
All right, this is the last one I got.
Okay.
So this is a little bit lengthier. Hold on, I need a.
You guys trying to get bound up?
And
need a drink here.
Okay.
I got some buzz balls in the freezer.
Oh, good.
50% alcohol.
Would I be the asshole if I asked my grieving sister to leave the house she used to live in with her late husband? I, female 30, am currently pregnant, and I have a sister named Emma, female 48, obviously, who lost her husband to the big C last year. That's cancer, but Emma was and is still completely devastated by her husband's death when he passed in May, and she immediately wanted to get rid of their house. As soon as she told me she wanted to sell, I jumped on the chance. Her house has literally been my dream house since I was a child, and Emma was very happy for it to stay in the family. She wanted to sell it to me for ridiculously cheap, but I insisted on paying only very little before market value. She was grateful. We set up the contracts, and the sale was officially closed in July. Emma moved about 5 hours away into a flat in a fairly big city and seemed very happy there for the last year. Then her new therapist made her understand that she's never really given herself time to grieve properly, and so recently she asked me if she could move back into the house to find a way to say goodbye. I admittedly was hesitant since I'm due with my first child in October, and I'm a single mom and in the process of renovating some space for my daughter. However, I agreed, and Emma has been living with me for about 4 weeks now. Things are not going great. She cries all day, every day, which she says is normal as per her therapist, but makes me really worry. She still acts as if the house is hers, rearranging my things, using things without asking, and she keeps locking my cat in rooms because she doesn't like him. I overheard her on the phone with a friend saying she was excited for my daughter to arrive because it'll mean she'll have the house to herself for a few weeks. When confronted, she said, "Aren't you moving in with Mom for a few weeks so she can help?" And I told her no. In fact, my mother-in-law would be staying with me, since my ex doesn't want to be involved, but his mom does, because my mom is over 70 and physically can't do it anymore. Emma has been really weird since then, acting as if I had wronged her somehow. When I asked her how long she'd be staying, she had no answer. And I'm thinking of asking her to move out soon so I can prepare for my child. But my parents have warned me against it because Emma is still so fragile, and even my friend said that it really didn't feel right to throw out a grieving person who so obviously needs help.
I don't think she's the asshole.
No, I mean, I think, yeah, she probably needs help, but, like, that's not her problem. She's got, like, a new kid on the way, so, like...
Yeah, it comes down to...
on its own, you know?
Because I'm not an expert on grieving. Everyone has different grieving processes. Hold on.
I think out of all of us, you're probably the expert.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, backstory, my dad died at the beginning of the year. My grieving process was about a week, and that was me in Washington taking care of shit. And I'm ripe as rain, or as ripe as rain as I can be these days. So I don't think... She said she's been there for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not including the time she was in her flat with her therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So did it say how long she was with the therapist or in the flat?
Let's see. He died in May. She immediately wanted to sell. Blah, blah, blah. House closed in July.
That's 3 months.
So I don't know. Let's see. A month from now was July. So, I don't know.
So we'll say like 4 or 5 months. And I don't think so. If I was in her situation, my dad just died, and I was living in his trailer, I don't think that would help me. I don't think that would help me move on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like it's
'Cause
holding you back.
You're sitting there surrounded by their stuff, and like,
Our man, Dad used to sit on this couch, or blah blah blah.
like the only thing I have in my office that I can visibly see, at least that was my dad's, is a torpedo gyroscope that I keep on my desk.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
And the poster from his place of employment, which is just a big sheet of paper that all of his department signed, and they got a picture on it and like a quote that he used to say a lot. And that's leaned up
on there. I don't know if I signed it.
It is. It's leaned up against the wall back by my Nuka-Cola Girl poster. That's it. And I think I have a few shirts laying around, but I don't know what those are. If I was like surrounded by his stuff, I wouldn't be able to move on. I'd be sitting there thinking about it.
Yep.
So I think her being in that house is doing more damage to her grieving process than it is good. Do I think she probably jumped the gun when she went to sell it? Yeah, that may have been not the smartest move, and that might be why she's staying there so long. Is she's like, I want to be here because this is where me and my later husband lived. So that might be why she's trying to stay. That she's trying to hold on to the few scraps of memory, the good memories that she has of him.
Yeah.
But if I was the pregnant lady that I got my kids on the way, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know how many rooms this house has. If it's like a 3-bedroom and you got the mom's room, you're renovating the kids' room, and the mother-in-law's coming, yeah, you need to move. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she is not the asshole for that, because family, your
fire alarm.
Your immediate family
Under control.
should come first. It's like if I'm having a kid
Maybe not.
and fucking my cousin's over there going through her husband dies and she's staying here, and I'm like, yeah, I got a kid coming. I don't have enough space for the both of you. I created that. I'm just related to you. I'm sorry, you got to go home. You can help them. You can help them go get a new home. Like you can like check on them and text them and phone call them, all that wonderful interaction stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, sorry, I got a kid on the way.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to raise a kid in that kind of like
I don't want
hostile, not hot. You know what I mean, though. That
uncomfortable, gross environment.
Yeah, you just don't want to do that.
Because you don't want your brand new, fresh out of the oven baby.
Please
coming out and hearing Auntie butt chug over here crying, and then the baby's gonna cry, and then you're gonna cry because you're annoyed with both of them, and one of them's gonna get kicked out, and it's probably not gonna be the baby. Because baby,
it's a road, baby. Send it packing.
Yeah. Back in the oven with you. You're not done.
I don't like that.
It's,
I don't like that.
It's very like it's a shitty situation.
Yeah,
that doesn't really have a right answer.
Yeah, there's really no right answer. But
especially since the birth giver's mom is 70, you can't be like, "Hey ma, I'm coming in. I got a baby." The mom's gonna be like hell you are, disturbing my peaceful retirement life. So to sum that up, no, they're not the asshole.
I agree.
Jordy?
Yeah, no, definitely they're not the asshole. Basically, yeah, no, you bought the house. It's yours. I mean, she made a mistake. You let her live there for a little bit longer. It's probably pretty poor judgment on her part, wanting to go back and all, like you said. Oh, man, there was a toaster. We bought a new toaster yesterday.
Kimber
and so the instructions say put it to the highest setting and give it a couple test runs, right?
Yeah.
I go down there, it smells like fucking burnt plastic.
Oh,
so I had to bring a toaster outside. Situation is under control now. Fire department can fuck off.
Is that why you're out of...
Did they come?
No, I was
Oh,
Is that why you're out of breath?
Trailer park. Yeah, because I was like, oh fuck. You know, I'm like trying to hold my breath, like bringing the shit outside. It's hot as fuck too, so I'm like holding it by my fingertips, way out, you know, in front of you.
oh my god.
So
Yeah, you're a bit of an amateur firefighter now. Then.
yeah, I know.
Brooks would be proud.
I tell him I put the wet stuff on the red stuff. There was
Man
no
buys
red stuff, but
man gets a brand new house
I gotta say
and burns it down.
Yeah.
Brand new house, brand new
I guess
toaster.
that's better
Toaster
than when
takes
you
the
just
house.
pay off your trailer, you know? Like if I just paid it off after 30 years and then it burned down? Oh, would that be so devastating? I
hope
burn it
you have
down
good
now when
insurance.
it's the bank's problem.
Exactly.
That's why you have got to get that good insurance.
Yeah, you gotta get insurance.
You know,
on
I
here.
was trying to tell them. I was the bank dummies were like, "Oh, you got to get insurance, otherwise we won't give you your house." And I'm like, "Look, I've never had insurance. Why are you making me get insurance now? You know,
I have insurance on my apartment.
what a scam."
I don't.
So this rust wipe is coming tomorrow. We are grinding.
Yeah?
I'm chomping at the bit.
The V17 boys are gonna rise again.
Oh, is that where you guys are posting on?
V17.
Let's see this. I want to see
You can
what.
find me V17. Where are you planning on staying at?
R17, I think, in that swamp.
R17. Ooh! That should be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna be controlling lighthouse, controlling gas station.
You're gonna have to
Don't.
gas station. That seems a little ghetto.
I'll trade you Garth for Rango.
Nope.
Yo, you staying at the swamp?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think we're gonna compound around that swamp. It'll be sick.
Yeah, that's one thing we got to talk to Garth about is we both have high external stone wall BPs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I do.
Okay.
Are we still recording, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay,
I was just show. It's the post show, you know.
Love it.
Obviously, because we're gonna have a pre-show at some point, but
I think
that'll just be us, like, hello, can you hear me? Hello.
hey, so I'm thinking about talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you guys like this? Am I the asshole?
They're like, Patrick, we don't fucking care. Just give us 3.
I don't want to know. Just give us 3.
Exactly.
All right, you guys each give me 1. I'm gonna give you about 4. Jordy's gonna give you 2, and you have to pick. Speaking of picking, I went to the chip aisle the other day. We have Canadian chips now down here.
You got
You
got chicken chips?
I got all dressed, the #1 flavor in Canada. I don't know what flavor that is.
It's all of them. It's like every
Oh.
flavor.
Oh, so
A
it's
little
like
bit of ketchup, a little barbecue, a little like cheddar, a little onion. Like it's all of them.
Oh,
Hey Patrick, do you have a private server?
For what, Rust?
Yeah. Because we were trying to like get on this map on the ground.
I don't.
Damn.
But I might know somebody who does. But I don't know if I could. Yeah, I could try.
Okay, because we were trying to get on that.
because if we could get boots on the ground, we could scout out our locations and be like, yes, this is a feasible spot.
We're not sure how the main thing I was talking to Garth with is we're not sure how big how close we can build to that. So like for our compound, you know, because obviously
to the train yard there.
Yeah. Like how close do we need to build to the coast is basically our main concern, so that we can compound up later.
See, what
I think
we
as
do
long
is,
as you're outside of that little road that goes around it.
Yeah.
I think that if you're actually in V17, you should be fine.
We're planning on. There's some
like next to those, next to the power lines, I think you're fine.
Okay.
I think that should be plenty of space.
That's what we were thinking, but I wanted to get in and try and make sure for sure.
what are we playing after this is the question.
I got a toaster I gotta take care of after this.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. You got to go buy a new toaster. I got to go pee and reheat my Olive Garden.
All right. Well, this is probably gonna conclude the post show.
We don't really have an outro.
A nice 5-minute post show.
Well, you know, it would normally be longer, but we all got stuff to go do.
Yeah.
All right.